more when they were, for example, have one house where most of the children shares. For example, two of us will share the same room, and we'll have one dining room instead of a house with 2, 3 floors. I think the family was more together, and we used to see each other more. Now, as the family in UAE grown up, and even the houses, it's so bigger, the room, everyone has his own rooms. I think this itself really had some negative impact on the family relationship among the brother and sister, as well as the parent, for which really I take this opportunity and really advise the parents, whatever, how big is it, the house? Still, the dining room should be shared by everybody, and there shouldn't be a TV or any type of entertainment in their own rooms. This will force them to share this time together instead of having their own rooms.
How beautifully said. That's a wonderful bit of advice that has a very, very big impact psychologically on families. And I hope that everyone had an opportunity to hear Dr. Maryam Al-Matar talk about being one out of 9 children in a big, healthy family who was rich in spirit, shared so much with each other, and realizing the benefit of today. Today, you're a physician, and you probably see a lot of families who don't have those kinds of opportunities, and maybe even people who don't have the kind of family connection that you would certainly want them to realize. What kind of practice do you do today?
I'm a family physician where usually I see the patients for any health problem, and as me to be a community doctor where I concentrate on the psychological part as well. At the same time, I do some marriage counseling, and on the other hand, also I do some environmental evaluation for their residency and housing or the area where they live in.
You stay quite busy.
But I have very nice team which work together.
You seem to be very energized around that. When did you know, in your years of study from the time you were a little child in the government schools of Dubai and the UAE, that you wanted to be a physician, that you wanted to help people in the medical side and psychological issues of their lives?
Imagine, Dr. Rahman, I will tell you, since I was 4 years old, how come that? My grandmother, she is a very known lady in UAE, a home remedies doctor, where lots of people used to come to her in the house, and when we used to go together to the shop or anywhere, she used to be so much respected. And even as when people will see her or greet her, she will be like, and let us say, one of the rulers crossing that road. I found that respect, and I found that care which people shows to her, as well the care she is showing to community. Really, we grown up with these principles, which had a big impact on my life and my decision.
Is this your father's mother or your mother's mother?
My mother's mother.
You mind telling us her name?
Her name is Fatima Al-Banna.
And she is still living?
No, she passed away long back, I think now since 13 years.
But you remember her quite obviously in a very vivid way, and she had quite an impact on you, and that's why you went into the field of medicine.
And I'm sure whoever from UAE, from Dubai, who will hear her name, I'm sure that they will know who is she.
So you have a long line of people who contributed to the community and were respected for those contributions.
Alhamdulillah, I'm blessed with that, I think.
And let me ask you, when do you have time with all these things that you're doing to balance your life from work and recreation and family?
I think this is the success, to be able to plan and to distribute all your works and responsibility equally and try to have a priority in life. So by this, really, this is the success. If you will be success in one field only, I don't think this is a success. To be compensated and to be able to have an equilibrium in your life and to have a priority, this is the success.
Dr. Maryam, you're going to be adding a very special person to your life and to your family's life in the near future. We wanted to ask you about that, too. We're going to be back in the psychologist chair with Dr. Maryam Al-Matar in just a few minutes.